Hello, I'm Andreas Reimann, co-founder and managing partner of admedicum, and I'm excited today to deep dive into one of our key offerings, that patient2decide, our patient preference information program. Next to me is Christian Hoenig, who is heading up this effort at admedicum. Christian, can you allude a little bit on what patient2decide is actually all about?
Patient2decide is actually the tool of admedicum to measure patient preference information. And patient preference information are a more scientific way to express what patients want. Those information later on can be used in internal and external decision making of companies and regulatory agencies.
But why did we start that offering in the first place?
That's quite simple, because the patient is in the end the ultimate end user of a medical innovation. And yet their voice is underrepresented in decision-making processes. So the idea is to bring that much more in the forefront. At the moment, even if patients are involved, mostly they are just a few, and those are patient advocates, patient experts, and they are, of course, well averse, can draw decisions from a wide range of experiences. However, what they are lacking is evidence. And patient preference information can provide more evidence to their statements. So it supports, on the one hand, the patient side to validate their statements. On the other hand, it also helps companies to drive decisions on preferences and needs of patients, which really matters to them. And third, of course, decision makers on regulatory level are much more informed to drive the right decisions.
So in a nutshell, this ensures that the clinical data is not only clinically sound, but also meeting the needs of patients and increases and demonstrates the value to patients.
Exactly. So it's incredibly impactful if you know the trade-offs of patients which they are willing to do or not willing to take. And that can, first of all, increase and improve your clinical trial design. It can drive and improve your value proposition. And also it can really make your market access process much more efficient, which then also has a big impact on the uptake.
From a client's perspective, let's say a pharma or biotech company or medical device company, what are the biggest benefits of patient2decide for them?
I think there are several. It guides your strategic decision-making process from early development until commercialization. It also de-risks your development process because you ensure early on, preferably even before clinical trials start, what is most important to patient and what should be measured to demonstrate patient relevance later on in all the different steps.
That's great, but what does actually patient2decide differentiate from other offerings in the market out there?
Andreas, of course it's unique, but in the end I think you can pin it down to a scientific, well-versed team with scientific track record, and then combined with admedicum's patient engagement tools. And we can drive those projects globally. We know pharma, we know medtech, we know patients, and this combined makes us unique.
So basically, it's our mindset partnering with patients, and if I may add, probably also our home base, which is Germany. We are now a global company, but we grew up in a very rigorous HTA and reimbursement system, and probably that also helped to fine-tune that offering. Thanks very much for listening to us.
Thank you.